In the previous video, I talked about how to drain water from a front-loading washing machine in an emergency. Loading. Now let's try to figure out what's wrong with the machine. It was showing error 5E. This is what the indicator looks like on the control panel. The machine is locked, the lock icon is lit. So for now, we can't open it. That's why we'll start draining the water. This error is related to the drain pump. The water didn't drain. There was a slight click, some clicking sounds, but the water didn't start pumping out, so we need to figure out what happened to it. After we've drained the water, we take a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver and start removing the pump, which is located at the bottom. This pump works on the same principle as the pump that circulates water or air in an aquarium. So there's nothing complicated about it, and it's inexpensive. Of course, you could call a technician, but you can do it yourself if you have the desired patience and some skill. Let's get started. First, you need to make sure the pump isn't clogged with a stick or something else that could be blocking the pump and preventing it from spinning. To do this, bring a damp cloth close by. You can carefully and thoroughly drain the water from the machine, especially if there's just a small amount remaining. Then, with a gentle and deliberate motion, you can carefully turn the filter cover to access the internal components. Following this, it is crucial to ensure you completely drain all the remaining water from the machine to prevent any issues or spills. Of course, you can certainly lift it up and carefully place a shallow container directly underneath, but I personally use a regular highly absorbent cloth that effectively soaks up all the excess water, and then I'll gently slide the container out. Once the cloth is completely saturated and thoroughly soaked, you can then wring it out. And then wrap it around again. The bigger the cloth, the faster you'll remove the water. This is faster than using the emergency drain hose. You can effectively utilize an old, discarded refrigerator drip tray to efficiently drain away the excess water, primarily because it genuinely works exceptionally well for this specific purpose. You can clearly see that a significant amount of debris fell out when carefully unscrewing the filter. Here it comes out. Some kind of strings. And other wonderful and interesting things for you. Here are all sorts of various clips, long strings, and many little smooth stones. So the filter absolutely needs to be thoroughly cleaned first of all to make sure it will continue to function optimally and efficiently for a long period of time. Right here we can observe a distinct sort of elongated tube-shaped cavity which is quite intricate in its design. All of this particular area needs to be meticulously cleaned with a small soft bristled toothbrush and various specialized sticks or tools designed to reach into all the nooks and crannies, ensuring every part is spotless. You can even use toothpicks. Let's get cleaning. To properly and safely remove the pump, you will first need to carefully lay the washing machine down onto its right side. Ensure that the machine is stable and secure in this position. Next, it is crucial to completely close the door of the washing machine to prevent any accidental opening or water spillage during the process. Once these preparatory steps are completed, you can then proceed to carefully remove the bottom cover, which will grant you access to the pump mechanism for further maintenance or replacement. Carefully lower it down. And let's start removing the pump. Remove the protective cover from the pump using a Phillips screwdriver. And this is what it looks like. Once the casing is opened, we can clearly see the internal pump mechanism. Now it is essential that we carefully disconnect all the power cords. The pump, where are they located? One and the second power cord. Using a flathead screwdriver, gently and carefully pry off the wire, making absolutely sure to remember the precise position of the electrical terminals. There is a gray wire and a blue one. Please do this very carefully and with great precision so as not to cause any damage whatsoever to the delicate terminals. Just like that. Now we will carefully proceed to remove the flexible hose that is leading directly to the drum unit. Here it is. There's a clamp here. Simply squeeze it and disconnect the hose from the pump. A bunch of gunk will fall out there. These are like little stones. Now we will carefully detach the pump assembly from the snail housing unit. There are precisely 3 Phillips head screws located here which need to be removed. Now we carefully proceed to remove the pump from its current position. This is precisely what the entire assembly looks like once the pump has been successfully detached. There are still some debris left on it, as well as some sealant residue. Now, we need to carefully check the snail housing to make absolutely sure there's no unwanted debris or any foreign material inside of it. Inspect it carefully. It seems to be clean. Now let's proceed to check this pump. The pump motor needs to be checked, both the integrity of the windings and how it operates. For this, you use a regular multimeter. Any standard digital multimeter is typically set to the resistance and continuity testing mode. First, carefully check to ensure that it is fully functional and operating correctly, then securely connect it to the designated winding terminals. This will confirm that the winding itself is completely intact and in proper working order. So, the primary and most significant problem that was identified was the considerable buildup and accumulation of detergent powder. This substantial amount of detergent powder, in particular, became firmly stuck and lodged in the intricate spaces between the rotating impeller blades of the appliance, causing operational issues. We'll clean everything thoroughly here, clean the impeller, and then reassemble it. We install the pump back in place. The main thing is to check that the ring is intact and seated properly. Good, we've cleaned off the water deposits. Now it has become soft and flexible. We put it back in its place. It fits snugly and securely into its designated place, ensuring a perfect alignment. Now, carefully take the 3 screws that were previously removed and meticulously screw each one back into its corresponding hole, tightening them until they are firmly in position. Carefully tighten them all around the entire perimeter so that everything is completely and evenly secured without any noticeable misalignment whatsoever. Pull it tight. Keep the knuckle straight. After that, you will need to carefully and securely put on the protective cover, making sure it is properly aligned and fitted into place. Following this, you must then proceed to firmly and correctly connect the hose, ensuring a tight and leak-free attachment. Ensure it goes all the way in, completely and securely. Then, firmly press down on the clamp and carefully guide it back into its precise original position, making sure it is properly seated, just like that. No significant misalignment. That's how it sits in its place. Now all that's left here is to put on the protective cover and connect the wires. This is how the protective cover is carefully put on, ensuring a secure fit. And we connect the wires, making sure not to mix up their positions. The blue one goes further. The gray part goes in front, just like that. We cover it from above with the casing and screw it in. Like this. That's it. Now, you take the filter, wash it thoroughly, and put it back in place. Here the filter is clean and install it for you. I carefully screw it in all the way, ensuring a secure and tight fit. Now we must securely fasten the emergency drain hose with the provided clamp, making sure it is firmly attached. Once that is done, you can then gently and carefully set the entire machine upright into its final stable position. Lift the machine. Connect it directly to the main water supply system, ensuring a secure and proper connection. Carefully tighten the plastic nut completely, ensuring it is fully secured. And then carefully reconnect the entire drainage system back to its original designated place, ensuring a secure and proper fit. Fasten it at the top and slide it into place. After that, you need to plug the machine in and test it on the fastest cycle to see how it works. To do this, we remove quick wash. And I press the start button. It's very important to check underneath afterwards for any leaks, to make sure there are no drips, and to observe how it operates, how well it spins and how it washes. Now the spin cycle has started. The pump is working, it's pumping, and the water level in the system is going down. That means everything is working correctly. Of course, it runs loudly, and this indicates that it will be necessary to replace it soon. The impeller, the pump. Yes, it's already quite worn out in there, but that's not really the most important thing.